There it is. Mr. Stick Balancing himself. Okay, fetch it up. Fetch it up. Good boy. See you later. Greetings, folks. Welcome back to the Tractorfella Show, where I know nothing about tractors. On this episode, we're going to take this mower that I found on the side of the road. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Look at this beauty. And we're going to go ahead and give it a good once-over and see if it starts. Problem number one is that does not want to move. I have a feeling it's probably rusted through here somewhere. So I've been doing one of these numbers, and it's been pulling it in slowly but surely. I'm also going to check the other end of the cable and see if that's what's actually stuck. Let's go ahead and do a couple basic checks. Oh, oil. Is that already loose? Oh, jeez. Check. Does not smell strongly of gas. It's a pleasant surprise. Gas tank. Oh, jeez. Almost stopped that with my head. Gas tank. Pretty much empty. Smell test. It's not deck stain. This is good. This is a good start. You know. Let's go. Let's go ahead and pop the top with the right size socket. Let's try that again and go. Get this out of the way. And what do we have holding us up still? Would they be that silly as to put a screw underneath the emblem? There's no way. I need to borrow you as my flashlight. What do you see up there? You see anything? Let's have a look. Are you kidding? No. Is that just a pull off? Oh, it is. It looks like it's just a... I think we got to get the back off first. So I think we would need to remove this, lift it up, and slide it forward to disengage that. Okay, well, there we go. Yeah, just a little bit of encouragement. That's all it took. Go ahead and protect our oil sump. We know our cable is frozen, potentially in here, but maybe this part is frozen. So let's see if we can find something to force it into position. Oh! That is flat and hold. Let's see if we can move the brake. We can. Therefore, our cable issue is inside the cable. People seem to like ASMR these days. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Sizzle, sizzle. There's a potential that part of our binding is because this little zip tie here is trying to hold things into place, causing this cable to crease a bit. Let's see if we can straighten it out. All right, that's a little better. So what I'd like to do now is I'm gonna pull this over here and try to find a way to keep it there. You can tell this is what we used to fix the cable in our last video. I'm kind of proud of myself for fixing that cable using solder. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Yeah, there we go. Pull these over here, and now I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a second pair of grips and hold it right there. If I can find them, where'd they go? Where are you? There you are. And this way we can try to exercise the cable with no tension on it. Oh yeah, there we go. With any luck, maybe this will move. Oh, 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 there it goes. Yeah. I don't think that was supposed to come off. There's a lot of creaking down at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and release this. Pull it back. I'm going to take our blaster, fire a little up in there. Oh, that's probably not going to do a whole lot. Oh, yeah. What a waste. See if it moves. Keep an eye on it for me. Oh, yeah. I think we're making some progress. So my friends let me borrow this for some ultra high quality audio. The big question is, can you hear the RSTLNE ASMR QWERTY? Y'all ready for a spark check? Let's do one of these, and we'll do one of these. We should be able to crank the engine. This should give us spark. Will the engine turn over? It will. Doesn't feel super happy about it. Let's go ahead and disconnect the RIP cord. Get out of there. There we go. Okay. Take our beauty cover off, which isn't so beauty. Maybe I can get somebody to illustrate a nice, beautiful picture for that. So the area in which I live sprays the roads with chloride brine, which is pretty much just as bad as putting salt on the roads in the winter. And man, oh man, this one looks like it's been sitting by the road forever, even though I've just seen it the other day. Okay, a little carbonation in this situation. However, the inside is a tan color, which looks nice. This should provide adequate spark. I'm gonna go ahead and prop it up a little bit and just blast it in the cylinder. Does it need it? Yeah, maybe not. However, you might appreciate it. It's not exactly like we're restoring a vintage car here. I'm gonna go ahead and roll it over a few times. Oh, much nicer. Although as I do that, I can see leaf and mouse nest debris just spewing out the back of the engine. Either way, what do you say we check for spark? That is, if I can actually find a piece of metal that's not corroded to give me a ground. Hypothetically speaking, that should work. Are you ready? I'm gonna turn the lights out. Don't get scared now. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, we got a sparker. All right, we interrupt this episode for some horsey treat time. Come here, lady. You like these? Look at, no, wrong pole. Nope, over here. Oh, yep, there you go. Oh, yeah. There it is. Want another? There you go. Come on, find it. All right. This dude's just choking down his grain, so he doesn't care if I have treats or not. These things, oh, they smell like black licorice. Not good. All right, little sprout. You want some? Oh, look at that. Oh, here we go. Try again. Get in there. There we go. There you go. One more for you. Your brother's getting a little antsy over there. There we go. All right, Mr. Cute Face. There you go. Oh, yeah. So good. Once it hits your lips, it's so good. Okay, fine. One more. There you go. There you go. Last one. We have Gigantor over here. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Tiny Tim. Once he's deep in grain, he can't be bothered. This horse, to put in perspective, I'm 6'1", and his little peak right there is almost over my head. He's a big boy. And now back to your regularly scheduled program. And we're back for another day. Been soaking the cable a bit. It's ultra thrilling. Come out here every once in a while, put a few drops in it. How are we doing? Oh. Look at that. All the way down. And very cool. And that's pretty much all the time I have for today. See you tomorrow. And we're back. Let's see how our PB blaster is working here. Oh, yeah. Well, I think we're at a point where we can try to fire it up. It is a beautiful day today. Talking 50 and sunny. Go ahead and get this back in here. There we go. Wow, that went nice and easy, actually. I have not checked our filter and purge valve. It's on the verge of being overly sun-dried to the point where it's probably only got a year or two left. Let's see what we have in here. Well, that looks pretty decent, doesn't it? Does it disintegrate in my fingers? No, it doesn't. This looks relatively new. It's possible that someone actually cared about this machine for a while. Get that off of there. Yeah, a little dirty in there. Plus, I'm seeing lots of signs of mouse house, so I think we need to take this off before we fire it up, because that looks pretty darn plugged. Here we go. Oh, nasty. Holy moly. Let's go ahead and get rid of... Oh, there's even a carcass. Well, let's go ahead and get rid of that. Doing some house projects inside, so all my gloves are in the house. And, you know, I don't want to walk. Sorry, little buddy. Oh, man, this thing is plugged. Hopefully it wasn't run like that. Be a good cause for overheating. Time for the shop vac. That should help a bit. Let's put it back together for just a sec and see if we get any ignition. Let's get some plug action. Actually, you know what? It's been a while. Man, would you just look at it. That poor spark plug. So a buddy of mine, his dad had two K5 Blazers sitting in a garage, in a barn actually. It used to be a cow barn. And I had just began to get ultra piqued in my interest for fixing things. So he was showing me around, and we were probably, I don't know, I could drive at the time, so I was probably 16 or 17. And so he goes out there and he shows me these K5s, and I'm like, whoa, why are you not using these? Why aren't we driving these around? So we go and talk to his dad, and his dad's like, well, I mean, if you want to wrench on them, go for it, but I want you to do this, 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 and this. So we go along, pull out all the spark plugs, get them all lubed up, and the cylinders and everything like that. We go to crank it over, and it's chunk, chunk, chunk. Like, oh, well, that's a bummer. And I said, you know, I read somewhere that if you take a hammer and you gently tap on the starter, sometimes I can break it free. And he looks at me like I'm a complete moron, and he goes, no, it won't. And I'm like, well, let's try it anyway. So I grab a hammer and go under the truck, gently tap on the starter. I'm like, all right, try it now. And he's like, no, I was like, see, I told you. That's the same buddy, by the way. He and his brother surprised me with a pile of chemicals and also welding tip cleaners, so I can stop complaining about using brush bristles instead of welding tip cleaners to clear out carburetor passages. Thanks, buddies. You know who you are. Anyway, we got it moving along, but I'll never forget. I sat down in the passenger seat, and I leaned back in the chair to adjust my, my position in the seat, and the front bolts tore out of the floor. He goes, what was that? And I said, don't tell your dad. You want to do a compression check just for kicks? Why not? I have this kit. Might as well use it every once in a while. That looks like our popular choice. Yep, that should do. All right. Are you ready? Big numbers are PSI. Small numbers are KPA times 100 for our metric friends. Let's see what we get. Yeah, let's see what we got here. We got 60 to the 90, carry the 1.3. Okay, about 75. I would think that'd be good. It's cold compression, it's a flathead. Let's roll with it. Got our brand new spark plug. Gentle. We'll do a quick check underneath, because I'd rather not fire it up, throw the blade, and then... What the hell is that? There's one thing I've learned about my life. It's that I'm destined to spill oil and other fluids all over the place. Oh, that's the PB blaster. Not the exhaust. That's probably not great, but it should burn off. Wow! This blade is brand new. I'll have to show you guys. Check that out. I wasn't joking. That's pretty crazy. Move you over here where it's safe. Throat spray of the day, Super Tech. Yeah, that's a lot. That's and go. Jeez. Oh man. I think we're burning out the PB blast. Yeah, why not? We have a runner. Ah, good news. We cleaned out the dirt that was in there. What do you think the odds are we could just throw gas in this thing and it goes? Judging from how new that blade is, I'm thinking we give it a try. Problem is I ain't got no gas. The only thing I do have is 2-stroke, but that's okay. I'm sure this machine could use a little extra lube in its life. That should be enough to successfully find out that it's not going to run. Primer check. No way. All right, let's try it. Here we go. Well, the governor's definitely out of control. Most likely because it's completely frozen. Yeah, I can't move this at all. So, let's pop the lid back off, see what's going on. You guys see okay? All right, cool. I'm guessing it's full of mouse pee, and it's just, oh yeah, it's just nasty. Oh, that's really gross. Check that out. Oh, it's just sticky. I don't think I'm gonna pull the let's pull the flywheel up. This will be my first test with Bertha. Oh, big thank you to my parents. Let's start Bertha on gentle, shall we? Hopefully this is a left-hand thread. Guess we'll find out if it's not. Oh my. If it wasn't, we just stripped it out. I need to lock the handle down so I can release the brake. Do a little prying action. Plastic. Do a little brass tacks. That worked. Oh, gross. Oh, there you have it. I'm just going to go ahead and loosen this up. See if we can pry that up, clean it up. Probably a few of you wondering why I'm going through all this for just a everyday junk mower. Some people revive cars. Some people revive small machines. Gross. Probably should have marked the proper indexing for that governor, but that's alright. There we be. Look at that. Actually, I don't think that post is even spinning. I'm going to bring you over here so you can have a look. Alright, so this post right here is supposed to rotate from the crankcase, and that's what's supposed to control the twist this governor. I don't think it's spinning at all. I think it's rusted solid. And it appears to have a hex on the top of it. You guys actually see that? Yeah, you can see that. Okay. Let's get a little socket. Too big. And see what we can do. We're going with the too small option, because it sort of fits on there. Our too small option of the day, 4mm. You know what? I think I have a 4.5. You guys ever see these sets made by Gear Wrench? They're actually line wrenches, but at one point you could get them super cheap. What do we have here? 4.5. Check it out. There we go. Let's see if that works. And, oh, it was almost made for it. Let's try traditional 4. No, we're doing 4.5. Going with the 4. Yep, that fits well. Now let's see if we can gently get this moving again. It moves, just not very willingly. It's literally probably rusted in the bore or corroded in the bore. Alright, this will be very boring, so I'm going to work on this for a while, and I'll bring you back when I make some progress. Alright, check it out. Take this off, take that off. Now I can move it with my wimpy little hands. Smooth as butter. I was basically able to fill up that cavity with PB and also do a lifting motion a little bit so that the PB would get underneath that little disc there. Oh yeah. We're ready. Now the unfortunate part is I have no idea where to set that lever. Oh well, we'll play with it, right? Welcome back for another day. Alright, so we just got this freed up. It does not default to a certain position. So, I don't know, maybe we just grip it and rip it. Let's set it part way in the middle. Let's go full left, full right, left, right, in the middle's right, roughly there. Let's just cram it on there and see what happens. I mean, it moves. That's it. It really doesn't have much travel. Somehow I'll figure out how to get it. Somehow I'll figure out how to get it on there. Oh yeah. There we go. So what do you think? I say we grip it and rip it. Let's get the flywheel back on. The key's still in there. Let's get it away from the magnet. How's that? Safety first. There we go. Don't worry, I am not going to use Bertha to tighten the nut. Alright, that should be good. Okay, let's get our cover back on. Moment of truth. We know the spritzer works. Got a few spritzes. Although ignition might help. What a nice working cable. And go. Okay. Not quite what I'd hoped for. A little high. We'll just have to adjust it. A little smoky, aren't we? Hopefully we can get to this without having to pop the flywheel off every time. Yep, kind of. Alright, so here's my thoughts on the situation. We know that the spring force was overcoming the governor, causing it to rev up too high. So I'm thinking, bear with me here, we set our pin fully counterclockwise. That way when the engine fires up, it's going to want to twist a little bit more and pull our arm back and resist that spring over there. So what do you say we give that a shot? Okay. Are we oh yeah, we're rotating. Little bit by little bit. Okay, that is fully counterclockwise. I'm gonna shove that back down. Yep. There we go. Put our nut back on there. I think we're fully ready. I'm excited. Anybody else experiencing deja vu right now? Kind of feel like we've done this before. Need to get myself one of those, or those one-way ratchets that Musty One has, so I can leave this off, use my drill, and not worry about compound fracturing my wrists. And go. Might help if I had ignition and... It's a lot better. I think it's a little slow now. We'll have to get out my meter and check what RPM we're spinning at. So some of you may wonder why I have a Fluke 88.5. Well, it's because it's an automotive multimeter. Comes with some extra special functions, and I bought this when I was in school. So we just go common and RPM. And then this is essentially a little amp clamp of sorts. Put it around your plug wire, clamp it into place. We're going to go to RPM. You have two different choices. I think one of them is essentially sparking every revolution. The other one is sparking every other revolution. So with this type of setup, we're going to be sparking every single time the engine spins, regardless of whether or not we have a fuel charge. So let me get you set up. Let's go ahead and get our clamp on there. There we go. Clamp is engaged. I don't feel like mutilating my clamp, so we're going to put the meter right there. See the meter over there. See the engine over there. Let's get some light on the situation. Oh yeah. Let's see how fast we are spinning. Oh. So, we are slow. I believe we're slow. Let's find out. Alright, mower RPM, and go. Today, the engine shaft spins at 2900 on a walk-behind mower. The blade on a riding mower typically spins between 27 and 3200 RPM. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I figured we were way too slow. We were kind of close, weren't we? Now I have to review. Yeah, so from the quick review, we're at about 2800 RPM. So, I mean, we're close. Do we want to tickle it a little bit? Yeah, why not? Actually, do we even have the ability to speed it up anymore? Because I set that post fully counterclockwise which means that twist should have been maxed out. Oh, yeah, I'm confusing myself. We put it on max twist, which will slow it down the most. We need to reduce that twist. Okay, all right, I'm figuring it out now. Ding, ding, ding. There's a little light going off in my head somewhere. Somebody else just came home. Actually, if I use my brain, we can go and adjust it while we're loosened up. So that is fully one way. I'm going to hold the throttle in place, and now we're going to rotate it just like so. Just a hair. Actually, that's a lot more than a hair. Let's go back a little ways. There we go. Perfect. Place your bets. What are we going to hit? 2,900 on the dot, 3,100. There's this comments thing down below. They say it does stuff. I haven't seen it yet. Just playing. But really. All right, hold your breath. Well, don't hold your breath. That's dangerous. That is super sensitive. We're going to have to play with that for a while. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this the right/sketchy way, okay? We're going to fire it up. We're going to take the cover off. We're going to adjust the governor on the fly, and we'll dial in our speed. Sketch engaged. That's an issue. Second thing, that did not go as planned. Should have used Bertha in the first place. Man, this thing stinks. Initially, we had this thing full left so that it would pull against the spring. So let's do that again. And then literally just a hair. Try again. This time we're doing it a very minute hair. Next time, scribe a freaking mark in the top of that thing. Who knew setting a governor would suck so bad? Round 85. Man, this thing stinks so bad. Well, I'm done with that garbage. It becomes extremely unstable if you go off of like the full counterclockwise position. So we're just going to leave it there and we're going to hang out at 2,700 RPM. Okay. All right, folks, it's a new day. It's time to conclude this beautiful project. First of all, I'm going to make sure that's set back to factory settings. Oh, that was loose. That would not end well. Yep, I think we're good there. Crank her down. And we are cranked. Hopefully that's going to be the right spot. We'll put her back together and do one final speed test. Final speed test. I hope this is it. Spritzer. And go. Really? A little grumpy today, are we? I'm pretty sure we're out of gas. Try again. little wonderful machine. Seriously, I put the air filter on. All of a sudden it's like, oh, I like filtered air. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and speed up a little bit. Straight up pain in my ass. Okay, let's put it back together. My guess is that the air filter enriched the mixture a bit because it increased the restriction to the carburetor. And that potentially gave it more fuel, and it wanted more fuel. Let's get our beauty cover. Well, folks, I think that's about it. I could show you all the tightening of the wheels and wrapping these with tape so you don't slice your fingers when you adjust the deck height. Painting a little beautiful mural on top of the beauty cover. This spring, I'm probably going to do a Will It Mow. It'll be a giant power wash fest to include how well the mowers mow. I got to sharpen the blades, I got to clean the bottom of the deck on multiple mowers. This little guy has not been forgotten. I actually looked into supplies for welding aluminum because I would like to actually try to fix the deck the right way. To weld aluminum, you need 100% argon, and well, let's just say that's a bit of an investment for me. One of these days I'd like to do that. I think it'd be fun to do a little resto. Somebody had suggested that in the comments. Thank you. More to come. This will be a little bargain buy for somebody. I'll clean it up, sharpen it. We'll sell it to someone super cheap that needs a mower for the springtime. Also, one last thing. Should we rename the channel? I originally named the channel Tractorfella because I went on a forum asking about my tractor. Hence the very first video I ever made. And I just stuck with that name. We could do something, you know, we could do the Crocs and Socks garage. We could go with machine mutilation, Aaron's garage. I hack things apart. I have no idea what I'm doing garage. I'm a nerd garage. You know, come up with some ideas, but be nice, okay? Be kind of nice. And as always, if you find yourself super bored and super desperate to watch something on YouTube, well, swing on by. We'll have more adventures. See you then.